Alrighty, traders. Hello, everyone. Let's have a market update. Let's get ready for another amazing week in the markets. In this video, I'm going to be focusing mainly on the actual stock market, the indices itself, and just going through that as well too. Plus, also, I may even go through some individual stocks as well too in this sort of focusing on the markets itself and so on and so forth. So let's get straight into that right now. But before I do, guys, if you haven't done so yet, I have actually created a brand new trading course. It goes into 4 parts here. Foundations, what actually goes into a good trader, the biggest mistakes, chart reading techniques. Techniques has been working since the 1950s. Advanced chart reading strategies, you won't actually learn from actual textbooks. And then also wrap it around my #1 trading system that I trade on any market out there, guys. It's broken into 4 parts, and I'm giving it away for free. Before I actually start charging for it. So you can go to johnsfreegift.com to actually get free access to this course, guys. A bit of a Christmas gift for you before I actually start charging for it. So a bit of a Christmas gift for you guys. Merry Christmas. So let's actually get into let's actually start off with the S&P 500. So I like to do 2 different things here, right? So I like to do one thing, right? Actually, all right, I like to do a few different things. The first thing I like to do is I'm always liking to see what's going on with the big picture here. So I'm looking at the daily charts here, and I'm going to get to the daily charts, but I want to keep an eye on what's happening here on the weekly chart. And this is a really big key for you guys. If you ever, no matter what market you're looking at, one thing I'm always asking myself when if I'm looking at the daily charts on the stock market, I'm always looking at the weekly chart saying, is this a trend change? Or is this just a potential pullback, right? Because what can happen a lot of the times is that if the market goes up like it did here, right? Up, down, higher, low, higher. Look at this here, up. Look at this up. Look, down, 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 down. A very big pullback, right? All this was just what? Just a pullback. It wasn't a trend change. It wasn't even a downtrend. Daily chart, we had a short downtrend. Why is that important? Because through this period through here, all this period through here, what was happening on the daily charts? Let me change the color here for a minute. So what was happening on the daily charts? The daily charts are doing this, right? Lower highs and lower lows. So why is that important? Because if we have a short-term downward trend, the weekly chart simply says, oh, we're just going through a very big pullback, and there still could be another higher low to come into place, which still is doing what? Low, higher low, higher low. And then guess what? Then we made another higher low, and away we go. So in this example here, what we're looking at is we're seeing this individual market making this high low, and the buyers could be coming back in soon. So this downward trend could be short-lived, right? Because that weekly chart, the big picture, is saying, hey, so I was always watching for this, because as this market has come down through here, I'm just like, it's coming down through here right now. We're coming down to the support level, but this still could just be one overall sort of a pullback. Because remember, guys, when the market's going down, right, there's pullbacks and there's change in trends. When the market does this through here, right, that's an upward trend, right? Okay, cool. So this is just pullbacks, and as the market's going down, people think these are changing trends. It's not. It's just what's called pullbacks, resets, so on and so forth, right? So with that being said, we can now go and have a look at, guess what? Now we can see through there. If I bring up now, if you see through here, right? So if I draw a trend line, as you can see, look, this is the weekly chart to the left, daily chart to the right. Okay, so we have this period through here, and we have all this period through here, down, 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 right? And then as you can see, this down, down, down. So why did this thing come straight back in? Why did the buyers come back in hard? Oh, that's right, because we just had a very nice pullback toward the level, and then the buyers came back in. Now, there's no guarantees of that, right? This could have just kept going down like that, right? So you never want to just jump in. You never want to preempt, like, oh, the buyer's going to definitely come back in. You never know, right? But it was given an indication that, oh, this could just be an overall pullback in the markets before we see some upward movement. So that's what I'm looking at through there. So if I go and have a look, if I bring up some trend lines through here, I definitely know, and I'm trying to use this, I'm going to use this weekly chart to the left and daily chart to the right, okay? And the reason why I'm using this here is because we want to see where are the major levels of support and resistance. So we can definitely see, I'm going to sync this in layout. So this is the same line here on this chart here. Okay. I'm going to sync this layout here. And the reason why is because if we break that, let's actually clone that. Then we have this other level up through That's that other level up through there. It may even have a bit of a problem through, maybe even through there somewhere, right? And up through here somewhere. So the reason why I'm bringing that through there is that if we break this level here, we're probably going to start to make our way back up to here. Okay, so that's that big picture analysis through there. The big thing that I'm watching for, though, is about the market being really overextended right now. So if I bring up just my daily charts here and I make it like that, let me bring up so we can see what's happening through here, right? So we see, yes, we're in a very strong upward trend, but then also we have look at the 52 moving average. And as you can see, if I squeeze my charts up here, you notice the market doesn't get too far away from the moving average before, and I like to use this as my oversold and overbought indicators. Right, oversold and overbought. Right, so we've got overbought, 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 oversold, 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 oversold. And you can see, right, when we get too far away from the moving average, and this is just the way the markets work, that means it's done too much price, right? We've done a lot of price in that move. We've done a lot of movement in that direction. And the market needs to have a bit of a pullback, right? Or a bit of a sideways movement just to relax, maybe in what I call like a resetting phase. Okay, so we can see what's happening through. The market's gone up, and now we're a bit too far away from the moving average now. So even if we do get a bit more push to the upside, which possibly we can, it may have a very sort of, it may shoot up. But if we do start to see this thing really push to the upside through here, like here, and we start to see something like this, yeah, it may last for a couple of more days through here. But it may even get up to that point through there, and then maybe we see a pullback. But as you can see, look how far away we're getting from that moving average from there. So right now we're at this strong level of resistance right now, and we have started to poke our head back above there. So yes, we can still continue to push through this level and go up through here. The danger of trying to jump in now and trying to jump this here is that we are getting significant distance away from the moving average. And if I'm looking at the last sort of year, I think this one here, as you can see, right, that point there to that point there, that was sort of the maximum distance away. That was sort of the furthest. As you can see, most of the time we do 50% of that move. So 50% before it came back down. This one here was roughly about 75% of this move before we actually came back down. As you can see through there, same through there. So it's roughly 50 to 75%. There's only been one time when we had this very strong move up and then a very strong move down. So if I'm looking at that point through there, as you can see, the majority of it's 50 to 70%. There's been one time that's been further away from there, right? It's been that one time that's been away from that point through there. So the big thing that I'm watching for here is to see if we do get a push to the upside. As I said before, guys, it's probably going to be short-lived. So this is probably the top up here. If we do get a push to the upside through here, right, we do something like this, that's probably going to be, you know, possibly, I would say it's possibly going to be that last 20% before we do see a reset, a pullback, a relaxing phase through there. So that's what I'm seeing through there on the S&P 500. Let's go look at the Nasdaq right now. And we go to look at the Nasdaq weekly charts through here, and let's bring on some trend lines. So, and as you can see, look at this here. Look at this here, especially the Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq came up higher, low. Look at this here. Look at that, all that there, and then bam! Look what happened. Why did the buyers come back in? Because the weekly chart was just going through a pullback, and then away we go, right? So that's what's happening through there when it comes to the Nasdaq. And so if we let's sink in the layout through here. So we're definitely broken above there, and we definitely hold above this level through here. The next level, let's clone this. Next level that I have to say is up through there somewhere. So the Nasdaq possibly doesn't have too much room to go before it really starts to hit a lot of areas of resistance. If we go and have a look at this level through here, yeah, we can see where even if the Nasdaq does push up, we're getting pretty far away from that level through there. So even if we do get a short-term push to the upside, we're possibly going to get some sort of a pullback here, I would say, to make sure to get that going again. So again, but we are definitely holding through here. If we do break down through here though, if the market does, for example, break down below here, you can see that's that level through there and all that level through there. That would give you the indication that we're probably going to see something like that. Not a crash, just a bit of a move on the downside. Wait for the 52 to catch up, I like to use the 52. It's a simple moving average, guys. It could be a 60, could be a 50, right? I just like to use the 52 myself. I'm a 52 guy, right? That's me. So that's what I'm seeing through there on the Nasdaq. Let's go look at the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones is definitely one of those markets that has done what? Has done a lot of movement. Look how far we are away from it. And look where the Dow Jones is right now. Almost getting right to that level of what? Resistance through there. So that's that Dow Jones. And once again, when we use our technique of looking how far away we are from the markets, from this moving average, this thing is just absolutely just steaming to the upside, right? And again, if we use this as the maximum distance away from the moving average before we get at least a bit of a pullback, look where we are right now. Ooh, pretty much exactly point through there. So trying to go long, especially the Dow Jones right now, guys, is very difficult and very risky of doing that, because we can see where we're at through there on that through there. So we're probably going to get, we've definitely had a lot of price through here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see this thing having a bit of a nice pullback from here. Let's go check out the Russell as well too. So the Russell that I'm focusing on right now is, you can see we've been going to the upside here, but let's go to the weekly chart here for a minute. And look where we are on the weekly charts, right? So let me just sync in layout. Let me bring up this. Let me squeeze this weekly chart up to the left here. So weekly chart to the left, daily chart to the right. Let's go cologne. It's cologne. All right, Cologne. What sort of cologne you guys like using? I like. What have I been using lately? Versace. I've been liking the Versace. What sort of cologne do you guys like using? Anyway, so let me take you off the screen. I'm going to put it up there. So as you can see, right, we're pretty much just sideways through here. Really no true breakout. The Russell's been in here. Wherever this breaks out, guys, we're probably going to go for a really big move, because whenever the market does this, look at this here. Same thing through here, right? A bit of a false breakout, and then we got a big move on the downside, right? So whenever we do get something like this here, when it does break out eventually, either up, either down, or up. I went to say up when I went to down, and then when I was went to draw the upside, I went to say down, up and down, up. So we can see that through there. So looking at the actual daily charts now, look where we are on the daily charts. There's really not too clear, right? There's no real true trend. There's no real anything right now. So there's nothing really much going on there when it comes to the actual the Russell. Again, we have this move to the outside, but nothing too clear here. We're just sort of stuck in a range. There's no one really in control. There's not a buyer's in control. When an upward trend, there's not a seller's in control, downward trend, nothing like that from that point through there. So a quick little update across a couple of different stocks, guys. And if I bring up as you can see, guys, look at this here. All right, this is where the weekly chart, look at the weekly chart. Low, big up, had a real big pullback, and look at this here, another high low, right? Why? This whole downward trend through here on the daily charts was just a good pullback from the weekly chart before bam, they kicked back in again. Bam, they kicked back in again. All right, so that's what's happening in there on Apple. I'm just going to quickly go through these, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on this level through here. But what could be happening through here is very like the same sort of thing, right? Like up, slow down, and then bam, back up again. Now we're getting this sort of action through here. There's no one really in control through here, but it does look like it's potentially making like a bit of a bull flag on the Tesla through there. So we could be potentially maybe even looking for a move to the upside soon out of that daily charts. If we do start to really break out, this could be going for another move on that daily charts there. Let's look at Netflix here. Again, guys, I'm going to quickly just go through these. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Market came up, look at this here, came back down, and then created another high low, and then bam, away we went through there. Microsoft, same sort of situation, right, guys? Look at this here. Beautiful low, high low, yeah, a little bit of a high low, but here came down and just created a bit of another high low, and then bam, came back up. So as this was happening through here, is the top in? No, market's just coming back down before we actually see that sort of movement through there. Make sense? Let's go through Adobe as well too. Adobe, same sort of situation, right? Look at this here, just the sideways movement before we actually broke back to the upside. Really strong movement on the upside through there. Let's go look at Amazon as well. And again, guys, it's the same sort of thing, right? Look at this here. So as markets come up, high, low, come up, down, 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 down. Okay, what's happening through here? Oh, it could be just a pullback, right? Because we have this move down through here, high, low. This could just be a pullback. Oh, why did the buyers come back in here and step back in? And now we don't know exactly when that's going to be, right? But as this market's come down, you're like, oh man, this could just be an overall pullback in this bull market through here. Look what happened. Bam, the buyers came back in through there. Let's go look at Meta as well too. The problem with Meta is that Meta has actually done a lot. Look how strong Meta's been through here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Meta being a false breakout pattern through here. Right, we had a very big up move through here, a little pullback, and now we're going through another big move through here. So Meta is actually one of those patterns through there, guys, that Meta's one of those patterns that has done a lot of movement. When we do get a lot of movement, we potentially get these false breakouts. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Meta now this actually being a false breakout now to the upside and potentially coming back in. And when we do come back in, seeing Meta come back down towards the 280 level from there. So there we go, traders. That's it for you guys today. If you would like to, I've opened up some spots, guys, for my 12-month coaching program, private coaching program. If you want to become a private client of mine, then that second link in the description, click on that. You can go fill out the application form, book a call for me to speak to you, and I'll speak to you real soon.